Yo, what is good, YouTube? Krishan checking back in with another video. Let's start this video off with a recent update from Hunter Labrada. Hunter is currently 15 and 17 weeks out from the Texas Pro and the Tampa Pro. And as we know, Andrew Jacked, the man, the myth, the Mona Lisa, will also be at this show, so Hunter will not have an easy win in Tampa. But Hunter doing 2 shows to work on his peaking process for the Mr. Olympia is a great idea. The only way this could backfire is if Hunter's physique is tired by the Mr. Olympia by doing 2 shows. But in the caption of this post, Hunter said this year is going to be different. Usually it takes him a few weeks to get into the swing of prep, but he said him and Ben Chow flipped the switch on Monday and everything is rolling great. I'm looking forward to seeing what Hunter Labrada is going to be able to do this year. A lot of people don't like this guy, but you guys know I like his physique. Now switching over to Hassan Mostafa. As I mentioned in my last video, he is now being coached by Chad Nichols. And as I mentioned before, AJ Sims is the only guy I've seen get Hassan in incredible condition. Will Chad Nichols be able to do the same? But looking at the physique of Hassan Mostafa right now, he's already in relatively good condition. And Hassan said he plans to compete around June. No specific show in mind yet. Maybe the Toronto Pro. I think that's somewhere around that area. I think we're 6 weeks out though, so that may be a little bit too close. Maybe Orlando. I'm not 100% sure yet. But I'm looking forward to seeing Hassan on stage. I don't think he needs to do this side tricep to the front either. He looks great from the side. Now switching over to Tonio Burton, who recently posted up some very impressive updates. And Tonio announced he's not only doing the Cali Pro, but also doing the New York Pro as well. I guess Tonio is a little bit ahead of schedule and figured he might as well go for 2 pro wins. Tonio comes in great condition, also has crazy round muscle bellies and an incredible back. He just still needs a little bit more size overall, being a guy that started off in the 212 division. But it's possible that Tonio gets 2 pro wins this year. Now in the next update of the day, we have a recent update from Marc Hector. This guy is currently sitting around 290 pounds. And again, since Marc didn't live up to everyone's expectations, I don't see anyone talking about this guy. But Marc said he is currently training legs twice a week, similar to Nick Walker, trying to get the legs to grow a little bit more. And he also said his approach to adding muscle is going to be slow and steady. Now switching over to Keone Pearson, who did another guest posing in Sweden. This was day 2. This guy looks absolutely incredible. And when we talk about Keone, pretty much everyone says if this guy comes in crazy condition, he'll win the 212 Mr. Olympia. But I haven't heard anyone say that Keone needs more muscle maturity, which is also probably true. Keone is in his 20s. Other than Nick Walker, you don't usually see guys in their 20s that are crazy conditioned and crazy grainy. Derek Lunsford needs more muscle maturity from the front. Quentin Araya as well. And I guess we can add Keone Pearson to that list. But as I said in my last video, Keone is one of the best posers in the IFBB. The way he executes the poses, stage presence, transitions, the way he positions his body perfectly in front of the crowd, this is something that everyone doesn't have. And Keone will be competing in the Texas Pro as he looks to qualify for the 2023 212 Olympia. So Texas will be a great show in the open class and the 212 division. I might have to attend that show. And in the next update of the day, we have a recent update from the Black Swan, Breon Ansley, who is looking pretty big here. And I noticed I haven't seen many people talk about Breon moving from classic physique to 212. And that's a little bit odd with him being a former 2-time champion in the classic physique division. Maybe people just don't think Breon will be competitive in 212. And I wonder if he's still waiting for an invite or if Breon decided to go ahead and pick out a show to work on his peaking process with a little bit more weight. And switching over to classic physique, we have a recent update from Fabian Mayr. Fabian is now being coached by Patrick Tour, and this guy has definitely put on some size. And it looks like most of that mass went to Fabian's upper body. But I do get a little bit worried seeing classic guys get so big in the offseason because that could cause an issue when these guys have to cut down for a show. We don't want to see Fabian missing weight, but he's working with Patrick Tour. This guy will be good and conditioned. Now switching over to DaBoul, who is also coached by Patrick Tour. This guy is in incredible condition right now, as usual. Probably one of the most conditioned guys in the entire sport of bodybuilding. This guy will be competing in the Pittsburgh Pro and the New York Pro. As far as I know, there aren't any top 5 or top 10 Olympians doing those shows. So DaBoul might be able to win him 2 pro shows and head to the Mr. Olympia. If I'm not mistaken, he was 10th at the 2022 Olympia. And let's switch over to Flex Lewis, who recently posted up some updates. Flex is looking pretty good here. And as I say about every legend of the sport of bodybuilding, no, I do not believe that Flex will be making a comeback to the Masters Olympia. Actually, the Masters Olympia competitors list will be released tomorrow. We will talk about that very soon. But maybe Flex is working with Eddie Hall because Eddie is switching over to bodybuilding. I think that's a joke. But while we're on the topic of the Masters Olympia, let's talk about this update put out by Buys and Tries. Jay Cutler said, "I'm not competing. I'm doing a transformation. I'm absolutely done just competing against myself, trying to do something really cool for 50. And honestly, this is such a surprise. Jay Cutler is not coming back to a bodybuilding stage. Who would have known? Shame on all those YouTube channels for pumping out all of those videos saying that Jay Cutler was coming back. I think you guys owe your subscribers an apology. But let's go ahead and wrap up today's video here with the archive of the day. You guys let me know in the comment section below, who is this bodybuilder? And as always, I hope you guys did indeed enjoy this video. If you haven't done so already, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm Keone from Go Fitness, and that's it. I'm out.